If a story is a fiction, and the word is not the instant, would you like me to tell a story about you, Humberto? How will I know that it's right? You won't, would you tell me? But why is that important, Giulia? You stand in it. Right now. Like chaos. Does it have direction?
Chaos is, yeah, in a way it's because it's to refuse to have a direction. So chaos is in a way the refuse of direction. You know, all the energies that they are perhaps conventional energies that push you to have a way. As a painter, some kind of energy. As a student of medicine, will be others. They push you to go in that way, and you chose the chaos because it's the way to refuse that, way, to discover the territories or the geography that is your own geography in a way. That's why chaos could be very interesting. But well, some people said that could be a cosmic structure, chaos theory, etc., etc. But don't go too far, don't go too far. Don't go anyway, don't go anywhere, we can stay here and say the chaos is that is the word that we use every day, means chaotic situations, chaotic room. I remember when I was a young man, and my parents, particularly my mom, that called me to clean my room, to organize it, because it was a mess. It was always a mess, my room. And I discovered how to say no like that, playing tricky things. Okay, I will do later. Talking phone in 5 minutes, etc. But the idea was not to clean my room, not to organize the room, and to keep the chaos on it. Why? Perhaps because we feel much more ourselves with it. I don't know. I think in painting is the same, exactly the same thing. Is painting is still kind of my room, and so the painting is still saying no to mom. or to everyone. I mean,
So it's like a courage to choose against the other.
not other, but the system which is not mine. And I discovered that there is not a system for me. There is not processes, there is not system, there is not thing I need to learn. Life is right now, and painting is right now. It's not tomorrow. It's not in 2 hours. It's right now. Is or is not. That's why. And chaos is a good territory for that.
Would you say that everything that the brain tells us about the future is actually a lie?
The future. No future. No future. No future, darling. No future. There is no future. There is just day after day. I mean, this second right now.
So the future is already the lie.
It's already. Yeah.
But what does the brain do to us?
One day I was walking with my daughter, and she asked me for an ice cream. And I think it was too cold. The day was too cold, so I say no, tomorrow. And the day after, my daughter wanted an ice cream again, And she said, Daddy, an ice cream. And I said, tomorrow. And she said, Daddy, today is tomorrow. So is that, you know. There is not tomorrow, there is today. And I mean in painting, I mean everything what I say is about painting, but have a big influence in my life, and sometimes perhaps much more than my life on painting. The logical thing is that your life have a big influence in your painting. For me, it's in the other way. I feel that the paintings come from I don't know where, and this is good because I have a big influence in my life. It puts me in the good way. You know, so that's why no future too, because neither. I mean, in the way that not project, no, not an idea of what happens tomorrow. And
Is that why you refuse the notion of process?
yes, there is no process because a process is the go from the point A to point B, and some people are so proud to discover a way different to the others, but it's always A to B. I mean, you come to spend 3 days, 2 years, or 1 second from A to B, but it's still A to B. I am not proud of the way. I mean, I don't care about that. I prefer to stay in A. And people say, hey, come on to go to have a look on B. I don't care. I prefer to stay in B, in A, and no process because when I paint, I'm very anxious, you know. Yeah, yeah. Very, 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 very nervous. Very nervous. It's not
I
pleasant.
wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, I know, because I'm supposed to be the cool dude. but when I'm painting, I'm very nervous. I have no time. I have no time to prepare colors. For example, I never prepare 3 colors, saying first I will use red, then I will use blue, and then I will put some yellow. No, I prepare a color still thinking that I will organize something, but I prepare color and I put immediately against that I was expecting. And I'm very nervous when I paint. So I decide that if I touch the white canvas, if I touch it with a line, it's already finished. Because if I have a heart attack, for example, could be nice, this is finished. So if it's a stain of yellow, it's okay. It's not much important than a painting that I spend a lot of time over this. It's not better. It's not less. It's just painting, you know.
Is it superficial to
To
do a
paint,
painting? Yeah.
yes, in a way, and not. Both. It's the most deep thing I know in my life.
Right. But
You
is
know,
superficiality, is it like a, is it so superficial in the end?
it's
I
not.
don't know.
It's not superficial. It's funny. It's happy, for me. Even if when I'm painting, I'm very nervous and kind of little stress. But at the end, it's so happy. It's I feel very well when I doing that. Um, so it's superficial in the way for me that it means nothing. I am not doing the painting for La République or for the freedom of Humbertos in the world, or or to talk about a country problems or whatever. No, it's not about that. It means nothing other than painting, and I don't know what it means exactly painting.
I always think like this is actually a mystery about I mean, you could disagree, but like the mystery of a surface seems to be like that because there's nothing that goes deeper than the surface, and it seems to be just like an
The most difficult thing is to
thing to
stay in the
see.
surface.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, immediately we start to create
We want to
spaces,
create the depth,
spaces and stories.
the meaning behind.
The point A to B, and that's what I wanted to say. That's what I said. I want to stay in the point A. I don't want to go B. I mean, I would like that the whole painting is A, and there is no deep aspect on it in the space meaning and in the moral or psychological discursive aspect. I don't want to create a speech about my paintings. I don't want to create to recognize or to create a speech about the materials where I work, why I do that, because when I was a child. No, you know uh, so it's complicated because at the same time it become a little bit stupid if nothing have a meaning. I think it means painting, and I think painting is larger than the material and then the action. Painting is a language that is not really, I can't really talk about this. Sometimes in love, or for example, me with, of course, with Alexandra, my wife, or my children, sometimes we are so connected that we don't need to talk about something. We don't need to say this means a lot. We are just together. And this moment of silence is the most similar thing that I feel with painting. Painting is a kind, I don't want to say that it's a silence in the world. It's really talking about painting's particular mind, is shouting even sometimes. But it's something that you don't need to explain. You don't need to give a value to it. The only value is money in painting, because money is not a value, it's a stupid thing, that someone decide. But but there is not a moral value on it or philosophic value in painting, because it's like this moment that when we know that we are together, or that you are yourself and you are there, that you're really sure that you are there.
Oftentimes, I think it shares a similarity to moments like a condolence note, for example, where you, like, what can you say?
Condolence.
A condolence. Now,
I never give condolence.
but if
No
like,
way.
no, but just wait.
I,
If you
I no, because in my way I feel it a little bit funny.
wait
I'm
for
I'm
it,
South
wait.
American, so we make jokes like when
Wait.
someone is dead.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, just think about it in a European way, and it's this. There's no words, yet you can express what you, and actually you can't feel because it's the pain of somebody else. So you, but you encountered maybe situations where you felt something, where you say, okay, I'm just going to put like 3 or 5 words, but it would be wrong to put like a letter where you explained your
Yeah, because
own depths or something.
when
And with
someone
this,
passes, the true is too big.
right, and also, but for the beautiful things, also saying I love you is something that is, it seems so profound because there's nothing to these letters, and the meaning is not to be explained, and also not to be put in other words. So it's just you put letters to reference something that is really signing a meaning that is inside, but it's like between the letters. No, it's not
But you said
inside.
profound.
Yeah.
You said profound, and I think it's the opposite. Painting is the profound thing. It's not the religious thing. I think all the academies, all the books, all the art critics, all the thinkers about painting, their big try is to push painting in the religious aspect. And I think it's very difficult because real painting is totally profane. It's about flesh, it's about your body, it's about to walk, to eat, to breathe. It's much more about to breathe to anything. It's so it's not a religious action for me. So it's not something that is. It's not a respectful silence. It's it's the opposite. It's the big no to all of this.
So it's not the letter of condolence.
No, it's not a letter of condolence. It's much more like you write to the family to say, "Don't cry. I saw him at McDonald's today."
I love that. So is death to be celebrated?
Yeah, yeah. Es la fiesta. Yeah, of course, of course. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm in the studio every day. I mean, because it's a party, big party. Otherwise, no. Even if I told you I'm nervous, I feel stressed, but it's a a big party. Yeah, it's a fiesta in Spanish, party. And also, I told you the other day, I don't feel about painting as a creation. I feel like a manifestation. And in Spanish, we say manifestación. Yeah, like fiesta, like fiesta. Manifiesta. Ella manifiesta, like it's many fiestas. Yeah, it's a big party.
How much time does it take to do a painting to finish?
Could be some month, could be one day.
Is there difference?
Yeah, no, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I am not paid by hours of work. If they paid for that, they will take a lot of time. No. They don't pay my hour of work. So it doesn't matter if I do this in one day or do this in 6 months. Sometimes I do something in 2 days. I put on as many painters, I put on the corner and I look at this 3 months after and paint over and continue this or paint over. I don't know. I don't think about that. It's not. If it's there, I can change it.
Can you feel time when you
No,
paint?
that's very interesting. That's this thing, a very, very interesting thing in the studio. Sometime I know I must leave the studio in 15 minutes. So I say I will wash my hand. I change because I need to go, and I say okay, just 5 minutes of something. And I'm doing and doing, and suddenly I say, oh, I feel like I was there 40 minutes, and I look at the time, and it's just 7 minutes. So it's like you went between the time, between minutes, and a space or territory where the watch doesn't exist a little bit. It's I don't know why, because perhaps it's different. Perhaps you painting in a way that is representation. So you build something. For example, you said, okay, I will do all the shadows, all the dark part of the body. Then I will do the lights. So it's a processus. But perhaps when you paint in that way, that everything is simultaneous, perhaps you feel that you are not in the time, which is my desire, very deep desire. Very good, very need. I need really that.
Do you think that freedom is closer to madness or to discipline?
To feel,
Like
if I feel myself,
if freedom feels to you like more close to madness or to discipline?
to madness.
Why?
Because that's the truth. That's the truth. Many people talk about discipline, systems, processes to organize. Inspiration doesn't
Continuity.
exist.
Right.
Of course, exist. Of course, exist. But you need to give your life to that, and that is not easy. It's freedom is freedom. It's not another thing. I mean, freedom is not something that you can organize. Freedom is like that. No, it's something that happened on you or not, you know? But you are able to accept this or not. You fight for it. You don't fight for freedom, you fight to be able to live like that, to accept that on you, you know? It's not political. Like in life, you fight for freedom, but in the studio, it's you accept. You can do what you want. So, to be honest, if it's, I think many artists think like that. If you give everything that you have on you, it's certainly free at the end. It's, if you retain things and you keep something for you, if I'm thinking about how I will sell it, how I will find a gallery or a show, if I put more yellow, perhaps, if I, it will be difficult. If you don't think about nothing and you splash on it totally, I'm sure you have a big chance to feel freedom on your life. It could be a problem later. I mean, you can perhaps cut your ears. It happens.
That happens. Umberto, what does the titles of your works mean?
The titles,
Yes.
it means that they are not titles. No, because the titles is a thing for when you're looking for a painting, for
For
example.
brains.
Oh, you have the list of painting, red hand with an apple. So you go to the place and you're looking for a red hand with an apple. Okay, you find it. In my case, it's not that. In my case, it's they are kind of verse of a poem. It's part of the art of painting too, to write something that means nothing, and particularly doesn't mean something in relation with the image of the painting. So sometimes it's complicated because it's if I have a black dot, I can't say, for example, the crow, the crow is flying, you know, the crow. What was it? The bird is crow. The crow is over the tree, for example. I can't say that because people they say, this is the crow. So I need to to try to build a sentence that means nothing in relation with the painting, and it starts to be very difficult. If I say the snow, the big snow in my room, and there is white, they will people say, that is snow. So I don't want that.
Yeah, we're very used to search for the meaning now.
Yeah, but it's the opposite of a title. Yeah, it's just art. Yeah, yeah.
Do you think is it a bad thing to be an idiot?
Yes.
Is there a difference between
Of course, it's bad. In which world
just asking for a
in
friend?
which world you live that you think is good?
But what's the difference between an idiot and being ignorant? Or is there a difference?
Um, Cretino in Italian, that's good. Cretino is good. Idiot not. Now, for for any action in life, we need to to do it more than to think about. So, of course, if you think too much, you will stay in this chair. And
So it's idiotism as well.
so, a kind of ignorance about the concerning of your act could be good. If I'm paint and I said, oh, that's Picasso did it. Oh, wow, this is Frank Stella did it. So perhaps it's good to be a little bit ignorant about all that, don't care about that, uh, and it looks like to be idiot in a way. Yeah, but I don't think they are great painters, idiots.
No, never
No,
encountered, no.
no, no. Cretinos, yes.
Why don't you paint landscapes?
Why I don't paint landscape?
Yeah.
Every abstract painter paints landscape. I hate that. So my paintings, they are not landscapes. I don't paint landscapes because I'm the opposite of the romantic guy like Gaspar David. I am not think that Frederick Gaspar. How is the name?
Caspar David Friedrich? Yeah.
Sorry. A little bit stupid. I am a little bit idiot. No, I don't think the world is there and I'm here. So I look at the world, I look at the landscape and reproduce this, or I don't think like that.
So not creating windows. He
No, I'm
tends
very
to create
interested
a
about
window. Yeah.
what is behind me.
Yeah.
I don't look at the painting as a window,
Yeah.
not at all. I don't want my painting become like it is because I don't want to paint something is not there. For example, you paint a hand, a person, but the person is not there. It's somewhere. You can paint a cat in a landscape with, I don't know, a river. Well, obviously the river is not there. It's somewhere in your mind or in imagination. I don't like that. I'm really, really try to do something that the name is concrete, that it is what it is. It's not another thing. Like a stone
On the
that
flesh.
without
Yeah.
value,
Right.
not a diamond. A stone it is what it is. It's not another thing. Because my problem in life was always try to save myself from melancholia. So melancholia is when you are not there, when all that is in your mind is in another time. You are in another time and another, you know. So I don't like that. So yeah, it's not good for me. Perhaps for other, yes, but for me it's not good.
Yeah, just listen to the song before, and it said like it's you can't have what you want, so you can have me, melancholia. No, it's like that. So it's a
Who
good
said
place
that?
to be. I don't remember.
Michael Jackson.
No, but it could be. So, have you encountered truth in your life?
No, 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 no. How can I? No, no. But it's not my problem. I mean, it's a way to measure the painting, the truth. I can see if it looks true or not, you know, or it looks artificial, you know. I'm someone that I would like that my painting looks true. Another could be much more inclined to looking for something artificial, you know. So I am not like that. I need something true, and in that way, I need to know what is the truth to measure the truth, on my painting. So that is a question that always there, but I have not an answer to that. It's just a feeling, you know. Yeah, it's just a feeling, and I feel legitimate. I can say that. I feel that my person is legitimate to be here and to live where it's living. Yeah, no guilty, no guilty.
Very free.
I hope so.
Yes.
I'm sure painting is not communication. That's what I said. It means nothing. But I'm sure that painting is a big trying for communion. I don't know if it's communion with people, if it's communion with a part of myself, if it's a communion with God. I don't know. I have not an answer for this. I am not a guru. I have not an answer for this, but I'm sure it's a big triumph for communion, because I felt it in museum, for example. I felt it in l'Accademia in Venezia with Tiziano, with as I told you, with a corner of Tiziano, not all Tiziano. I felt an incredible communion with him. So I said, "Hey, where is Tiziano?" No, he's dead. He's passed centuries before. Oh wow, I was sure he was here. So this is a big communion, and I think we are looking for this. We need that. Our soul need that. No, exit of time. Go out of this structured society that push us in a way that I don't understand. You know, and communion is good, but the Italian also have this famous thing, fatto d'un pezzo.
What does it mean?
Mean do it in once, and that is a very nice thing, because painting, I think painting need to look like that. Even if you spend 6 months, must be like you did it in once, because it's breath. It means it's life, yeah. The meaning is not interesting for me. It's always the same thing. I mean, the paintings that I did it when I were 20 are the same thing than now, but they look very different, but it's the same thing.
Do you think that people change over time?
People change. No, they take the coat off the soul, or they put another one. They don't change. No one change. You know, you accept yourself or you don't. No. No.
So, like, my last question would be.
The good one.
No, it's not so good. You're still waiting. Oh no,
Big pressure.
not coming. No. So, how do you think? Uh, how do you think that chaos is mastered if it can't be commanded?
I think you can't drive chaos. I mean, you are inside. You can't decide where chaos go, or how to keep positive, or you're inside. You accept the hurricane. Paintings in the way that I feel painting. Another, a geometrical artist or a minimal artist feel in another way. But, in the way that I feel painting is a big hurricane, and I just must accept to be kicked against the wall. I all this painting is that I was kicked against the wall. Yeah. So chaos is just the energy of all this.
Standing right in it. Was it a story?